So now we know what the rest of our summer camping season will look like. All of the summer youth camps are now canceled due to COVID-19 precautions. We're waiting a few more weeks to make a determination on Week of Missions and Wainema Family Camp. How they shape up will depend upon guidelines as they come together regarding what Phase 2 and Phase 3 of our reopening will look like. I'm encouraged, based on information that came out yesterday, that Phase 2 may present greater opportunities for coming together for those events. So youth camps are canceled, family camps are in a holding pattern while guidelines are developed. And we should also mention that our RV area will remain closed to public camping until mid-September. I want to say thank you, however, to our board of directors here at Wainema Christian Camp and our staff as we have made our way through this difficult times. And I especially want to say thank you to our program directors and to their staff of volunteers as persistently and patiently they've awaited the possibility that we might somehow be able to hold a youth camps here this summer. But as finalized over this past weekend, even reopening and having overnight youth camps, even with stringent guidelines, is just not going to happen. So now what is to be? What will happen from this point on? It is time to look ahead. I believe that if our closure makes it possible for our children to return to school this fall, then our loss will be their gain. If our closure makes it possible for groups to return this fall and for our summer camps to happen next year, then again our present loss will result in future gain. The sacrifices we make today by staying home, staying distant, and staying healthy will, we trust, make it possible for a healthier and freer future. What we deny ourselves today, I believe, will rebound for future opportunities. Still, we try to make sense of these troubling times. COVID-19, social and political unrest, divisiveness, confusion. Does God have a purpose for this upheaval in our personal and social lives? And does Wainema Christian Camp have a place in that purpose? I've been drawn to Romans 28. We're familiar with it. It says, "We know that all things work together for the good of those who love God." When I hear that, though, I'm a bit bothered when we take that in such a way that says, just everything's going to work out, God will make it all good and we'll be able to go back just the way things were before, and somehow it all will work out to our benefit if we just wait patiently for things to work out. I've seen, however, this verse translated this way: "In all things God works together with those who love Him to bring about what is good." Taken this way, we are encouraged to understand that God intends to work in and through us to accomplish His purpose. Now later on in Romans chapter 12, Paul says this is what His purpose is. It's what is good and what is acceptable and what is true. While this summer is not what we expected, we now seek fresh opportunities God grants now for our ministry. As a facility, we have opportunity to get much needed repairs and maintenance and upgrades accomplished. As a program, we have time to step back and consider, just how we do this ministry, how we do camp. Purpose leads to policies and practices and programs. I believe we're being called back to understand what is our purpose for the ministry of Wainema Christian Camp. What does God want to accomplish through us? We have to look at our assumptions and presumptions about the camp's ministry, things that we've always taken for granted, that this is the way since this is the way it's always been, this is the way it will always be. A time to look back and examine again our assumptions. I believe that at times we have become complacent, even feeling entitled. We assume that Wainema Christian Camp will always be here. We need to step back and understand that God has provided a wonderful and unique place. He supported it with generous, talented, faithful, and visionary people. People who are passionate about somehow sharing the gospel, the good news of Jesus Christ. that somehow through Christ that we experience God's love and enter into a relationship with Him marked by love and grace, forgiveness, redemption, and purpose, and we should never ever take that for granted. So I want to say thank you for your part in the ministry of Wainema Christian Camp. We're confident that God has a bigger plan for the camp and for us all. I encourage you to look for ways that God will work in and through us to accomplish His purpose in the days and the months ahead. Thank you for being a part of Wainema Christian Camp.